Alright, okay, so today Sonic Forces released a new trailer. It's a Japanese only trailer. I don't know what it's called, but it dropped and I thought, okay, I need to record something. I haven't talked about Sonic in forever, so I figured, hey, this is a good opportunity for me to finally discuss my thoughts on Sonic Forces. And there has certainly been this stigma, this very mixed reception of this game. And I kind of wanted to give some of my 2 cents in, just chime in what I can really. In regards to how I feel towards the game and if it really does deserve this criticism, because some of it I genuinely do believe it does and some of it doesn't. So I'm gonna just really talk about everything we've seen so far. So for starters, I think the game visually, presentation wise, looks great. Just I love it. I think it looks really good. Love it. I love the look that they're going for. I really like. It's very hard for me to describe how I visually like something, but just if something looks good to me, it looks good, and I can identify that, and I can say, oh, okay, this is something nice. So the next thing I would say is that the modern Sonic levels look good. I think the modern Sonic levels look very interesting. Like, I know a lot of people were very critical of Park Avenue, and I agree to an extent, but I will say, and I hate to use this clutch argument, but we have only seen one level, and while I don't think that invalidates the complaints towards the level itself and the gameplay itself and how the boost formula hasn't really been redefined, like I've even heard that they got rid of the drift or something. Like, I mean, there's no real opportunity to test a drift in that gameplay, but I mean, I've been hearing stuff like that, and you know, that stuff is disappointing, but I really want to see another level to be able to see. And from the footage that we saw, we can see like a sandy green hill kind of thing, and I think that looks really good. I think it looks fun, and this is sort of a complaint that's been cropping up a lot more recently, but the whole Sonic Forces is too linear, like, get rid of it. And I think that's certainly a complaint that you can make, but I am of the opinion that a lot of modern Sonic games are pretty linear. Like, okay, so we can even take a step back. We can take it to Adventure 2, because that game's pretty linear points, but since it's an adventure game, well, alright. Modern Sonic era, like that whole entire Sonic Unleashed to here we are now. Okay, Sonic Unleashed, very linear game. You had multiple pathways, yes, but Forces has multiple pathways, you know what I mean? Like, you could take the upper pathway or the lower pathway, but it wouldn't really change anything, you know? Colors had, okay, so Sonic Colors had its whole, it was like 20% 3D and 80% 2D. Everyone's kind of brought up that point already. Yeah, again, very straightforward. Sometimes the level design was really awful in Colors, to be honest. I think I've always been of the opinion that Colors is kind of overrated. It's not terrible, but it's fun. You can play it. Like, I'd sit down and play it if it was there, but it's not my cup of tea. Sonic Generations. A lot of the levels are still very linear. I mean, there are open world sections. The most open level in Sonic Generations, I believe, is Seaside Hill, like in its entirety. That level was pretty open. Planet Wisp at the beginning was pretty open. There's some cool pathways you can take in a lot of the other levels, but again, Sky Sanctuary was pretty open at times too. But it's just that whole idea of, okay, you know, a lot of these levels are very linear. Like, this isn't something new. This isn't oh, this is an entirely new thing exclusive to Sonic Forces, hallways, this, that. And from what I'm seeing of the new footage from Sandy Green Hill, that's what I'm calling it. Okay, I can get into revisits later, but it's not terrible. Like, it's not something new. It's not something exclusive to Sonic Forces. And I feel like I don't think all of the criticism to Sonic Forces is invalid, but I feel like a lot of the criticism that it has received, I feel as though it's not something new. And I feel like either Sonic Forces has brought to light how linear the modern Sonic games have been as of recent, and perhaps getting rid of the drift and Sharp turns certainly doesn't help to that, you know, thing. But it certainly, yeah, either Sonic Forces is bringing attention to this, or people are just seeing this for the first time, you know. I don't know what's going on, but again, it's just my perspective, right? Now, in regards to what I do agree with in terms of the Sonic Forces complaints, 2D Modern Sonic, don't like it. I was never really truly against it. I didn't like the way Colors did it. I liked Unleashed and the Unleashed and Generations 2D sections for the most part, not Planet Wisp. Mainly because they were able to remain fast paced. Like you get through them quickly, and then I can enjoy my 3D sections. You know, like there was a nice quick balance between all of them, and it was fun. Now, in Sonic Forces, again, from only Park Avenue, I can't judge the entire game, and I can't say, oh, from what they've shown me, it's just stop and start. From Park Avenue, not really liking the 2D section. It feels very, very colorsy, and that I feel like that would be my main criticism of the Modern Sonic stages. They look good, but they give me too many Sonic Colors vibes, and Sonic Colors isn't necessarily a game that I put to a high regard. This is not a bad game, mind you, but it's just something I don't particularly think, oh, you know, best game in the series, top 5, like, no, it's not even, I don't think that, top 10 maybe, like, just scraping it, but not anywhere, you know, around there. Okay, so 2D Modern Sonic, yeah, it's pretty annoying, but again, I feel like I'm still gonna enjoy the levels. Okay, so custom hero gameplay looks boring, really boring, like no joke, it looks really, really boring. Custom hero, I think the whole Wisp-ons thing, that's gonna incentivize replay value, and I think that's really cool, and I think that is an appeal of it. And I also believe that playing the game and using the different Wisp-ons is going to be really fun, but from a gameplay, like just watching someone play it, looks really boring. Again, maybe it will change my mind in the future. I really like the new level they showed off, Spaceport. They also showed off like a rental hero kind of function. I thought that was really cool, but the only issue was that it has to be someone online and you have to network with them. Like to me, no, alright. Not big on that, because I don't want to rent yours. I want mine. I want to make 2 and be able to use both of those in the same level. I'm not sure if that was confirmed, but from what they were showing in the trailer, it's more of a online, get a random OC. Like, to me, I want yours. I do not want someone else's OC, please. Yeah. And last but not least, the story. The story in Sonic Forces. This is a rant I've been meaning to have for a while. I made a video about this before, but I'm gonna really just drive this home in this video right now. The story in Sonic. Why do you care about the story in a Sonic game? Like, I don't think anyone over the age of 20 should care about the story in a Sonic game, in my honest opinion, because it's about a blue hedgehog. Like, there's so many things that I could say, because I see all these videos, all these people are like, oh, here's a theory about Infinite. What's going on with Infinite? What's the story of Sonic Forces gonna be? And I'm seeing all these questions being thrown around, and I read comments, and they're like, they're finally gonna care about the characters and the story. Finally, we're gonna get character development, a deep story, like a serious story. Like, this is Sonic. Like, why do you care? Like, stop caring. Like, fine. There are other series that are good for that. You know, you can play a visual novel. You can play Uncharted. You can play whatever that you want for that. You know, like I talk about like visual novels like Ace Attorney. I've recently talked about Danganronpa and garbage. But you shouldn't. It's Sonic. You shouldn't really care about the story. Like, why does that even matter? You know. You know, it's like if I went and bought a Happy Meal toy and I complained it wasn't manly enough. Like, why do you care? Like, I know there's been this criticism of the story of recent Sonic games and them not being, how you say, deep or serious or taking themselves seriously. But why do you want them to? Like, why do you want a Sonic story to take itself seriously? What do you gain? Like, I don't understand it. I don't understand it. I don't think I ever will understand it. Just, please stop. I mean, yeah, it's cool to watch the story unfold. I'm not saying that I don't care entirely about the story, but come on, man. Like, I look at that and I go, I read these comments and I'm like, okay, I can tell that's a kid. Like, I can tell that's a kid. Like, you know, why do you care about the Sonic lore? Please stop. It doesn't make any sense. Even Aaron Webber's gone on record saying, like, he just says everything's canon and it makes it easier for him. Like, why do you care about the Sonic lore? It's a kids series. Please do not. Please. Okay. Yeah. So that's pretty much everything I have to say. Oh, and classic Sonic levels. I think classic Sonic's gonna be really cool, to be honest. I think his inclusion, right, is dumb. I will agree with that. However, I do think that excuse me. However, I do think that classic Sonic's actual gameplay is gonna be fun. So, and from what I've seen, they apparently fixed up the physics. The drop dashes in this game, and I love the drop dash. The drop dash in Sonic Mania is like my favorite. It's my favorite classic Sonic ability from now on. It's so fun. So seeing that in Sonic Forces is great. I'm looking forward to the classic Sonic levels. Yeah, assuming they have good level design. But again, Sandy Green Hill, I don't like that. Okay, even to address the revisits for a second, Sandy Green Hill, don't like that. Spaceport, I almost didn't even know it was a chemical plant recolor, and it isn't even a recolor. You know, it's just weird how we draw this fine line because there's so many similar levels. It's even backed up by the story. Like I don't know. There's a lot I have to say about that whole revisit complaint, and I think there's valid reasons to be annoyed by it. Like, it's Sandy Green Hill, like, no, but in the case of Spaceport, no, that's not chemical plant. I don't consider that kind of chemical plant. That seems very petty. I don't think that's chemical plant. No. Oh. Just got a message. Okay. Yeah, and so that's really my closing thoughts on Sonic Forces. I believe that one of the key things about Sonic Forces that's sticking out to me is, regardless of how the reception is, whether it's okay, good, bad, or whatever, Sonic Forces is going on the map. Like, Sonic Forces is going to be one of those games that go down in history. Like, Sonic Adventure, it's going to be like the Sonic 2 and Sonic 3 and Knuckles, or the Sonic Adventure 2, or the Sonic Unleashed. It's going to be that game. Because in this generation where, like, kids really are finally getting what they want, like, you can see kids are excited, they get to make their own OC, they get to, what's it called? Yeah, they get to make their own OC, they get to make, they get to have basically anime lyrics in the back of their levels, they get a quote-unquote serious Sonic story, like, they get to play a Shadow. That gameplay was terrible, but they get to play a Shadow. You have all this stuff. Sonic Forces is going on the map. Never again in the history of this series, I can say with confidence, right? Never again in the history of the Sonic the Hedgehog series will you be able to make your own OC. Never again in the same game will you be able to say, I played as Modern Sonic, Classic Sonic, and a custom hero. And that alone, I think that alone is enough to put Sonic Forces on the map. And it will be a game that goes down in history for Sonic. I think it's going to be a game that goes down in history for Sonic, and regardless of whether it's good, bad, or whatever, it will go down in history as the game where that happened. And yeah, I encourage it. I wish them the best of luck with it. I hope the game does well. I'm gonna buy it. I'm sure a lot of the critics are gonna buy it. I'm critical of the game. I think it's gonna be okay. I don't think it's gonna be great. I don't think it's gonna be terrible. I hope for the best, and that's really just been my thoughts. To summarize, Modern Sonic looks good. I don't like 2D sections in Modern Sonic. Custom Hero looks really boring, but I guess the Wispons would be a good incentive to go back. And Classic Hero is Classic Sonic is unnecessary, but I still think I'm gonna have fun with them. And stop caring about the Sonic story, please. Oh Jesus, please stop. Find better things to worry about and care about, please. Yeah, that's all I have to say. So, take care.